Hi, Leo. Welcome to your love read. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do that separate kind of love read. I used to do the deep love reads at least once a month. Things have just been a little bananas for me. So I'm going to give you guys what you've been asking for. So I'm going to separate out the singles, those of you who are partnered and those of you who are in separation. Check the description box below. You'll find the timestamps there, as well as the coupon code for my June special, and I posted my July specials already. I'm running 2 for July. One is a new reading I'm offering called Trouble in Paradise. You'll find the coupon code down there. That's for those of you who are in a relationship and there's a lot of very acute issues going on that are not so cute, that you maybe want some more direction on, and also birth chart analysis. That one does not include any tarot. That's just straight up astrology, looking at your birth chart, pulling it out and apart, having to do with the transits that were going on from when you were born and how it's rolling out in your life. Okay, so let's get right into this. Have you noticed I'm not putting dates on this, guys, because this is happening in probably the most profound, I feel like, weekends of the year. It just, we're between that, the eclipse, which is aspected in a very rare way, and I'm not going to get into the astrology of that. I've been discussing that in my videos. And also we have this very huge Saturn squaring Uranus that's coming up. So this is what I feel like for Leos. I feel like Leos have two different narratives running. The narrative of their experience, what they're experiencing in relationship, and something that's going on in the underworld, something that's going on in your deep unconscious. And I'm saying that because you guys do have Venus in the 12th house, and there that's telling me that there are a lot of hidden feelings. And there could be hidden feelings for another person. There could be hidden feelings for somebody, either somebody in your life right now or somebody just from the past. But at the same time, we have the Saturn in the 7th, Uranus in the 10th. So again, I'm not making it about astrology, but I just want to let you guys know that I see things going on in the area of relationship that could be very challenging, that could be very surprising. I'm seeing people, some of you getting proposed to, finding out that you guys are going to have a baby, finding out that you guys are going to buy a house, like something very profound in relationship. Some of you are going to be like, I have to get out of here. I can't be in this relationship anymore. I want a divorce. I need to get out of this relationship. Some of you are getting into relationship. It's a very interesting, when we have Saturn is Chronos, it's age, so it's something that's been a long time coming. So something that you guys have been planning for, something that you guys have been planning in your own mind within the relationship. And even others of you, a lot of Leos are going to find themselves in the space where they're meeting older people or getting back with somebody that they used to know or that they were in a relationship. Again, because remember, Saturn is Chronos, it's time, it's the past, and it's older, it's age. So a lot of you are going to be meeting somebody much older than you and falling in love, getting back with somebody who you were with a long time ago, or addressing feelings that have been hanging out and working on you for a long time. So these are the different ways that it can manifest for Leos. And I want to give all of those examples because some of you are 18 and some of you are 68, 78. You know what I mean? Different ages, different stages. So you're going to be vibing it a different way, each of you. So let's just pull some general oracles for sort of a setup. Let's call it a setup. We'll just pull 3 across, I think is good. And then I'm going to go into a Celtic cross spread. We're going to, again, this is for our single friends to start, okay? We have Imagine Solutions. Shine your light. Laugh at your demons. I love this energy. I love it. I love it. So I'm doing this on June 12th. We have the moon is in Cancer today. It's going into your energy tomorrow. So depending on when you watch this. But again, I just feel like these energies are going to be rolling out all the way through December, guys. Just because this is such a profound weekend. Karmic energy. So clarifying Imagine Solutions, we have higher power. Yeah. Something bigger going on here than you. I think you guys feel it though. Like there's something bigger than you going on. Victim consciousness. Ooh. What's going on? My friends. Oh, we got the sexuality card. Okay. All right. Leo, something's going on there, because we got the sexuality is clarifying, not for you. That sex is not for you. Let me just pull the rest of the cards and then I'll pull it together for you. All right. All right. I feel like some of you had been in a relationship where you're realizing there was something having to do with the situation of sex. Now, that could be many, many things. Understand, I want to get into this first. The idea of, in this energy, okay, in this particular deck, the Healing Yourself Reading Oracle, when we get either the sexuality or the sexual arts, it's not so much about sex. It's more about how we literally show up spiritually in relationship. How vulnerable do we allow ourselves to be? How open, how in touch, how honest. How is that connection in a very pragmatic way? And that's very important. It's not about me. You could sit here and crack jokes about intimacy and all of this, but it's really very profound because it's so much beyond the act, right? So for many of you, you may have had issues because you guys are single now, you may have had issues either with yourself or with somebody in the past with some sort of sexual dysfunction, some sort of infidelity, things that play on the psyche of how we experience intimacy. It could have just been that something was amiss, right, with past relationships. Was it in you? Was it in them? Who knows? Maybe a little bit of both. But it is this idea of feeling like you're in that right pocket where you feel super energetically connected with the person. And the reason I'm saying that you're recognizing, I feel like a lot of you, why this has been an issue is because the sexuality energy is sandwiched between not for you and the Hermit energy. And the Hermit energy tells me that you're sitting back right now as a single person, Leo, and you're looking at how this idea has played out in your relationships, and not to lament, but to figure out what went wrong, what felt wrong, what was it that prevented you from feeling completely either able to be completely vulnerable in this area, feel very energetically compatible with somebody. What was it? Or, if there was some sort of sexual dysfunction and everything else was great, what was in the way of that being addressed? Do you know what I mean? And it's about doing that in a very open-hearted way, because all of these things are being clarified by shine your light. So we have the shine your light and recognizing what has not been for you, what wasn't for you up to this point, because whatever didn't work out was seriously not meant to work out. And the Hermit also really does recognize that as well. What didn't work before? And and the Hermit, I don't know if I said the Hermit energy is a Virgo energy. Sometimes I'm like so in my head that my words in my head don't match. But the Hermit energy is a Virgo energy. Virgo's all about, first of all, the Virgo rules health, mental, physical, and emotional health, right? So, definitely resonating with those of you where maybe there was some sort of medical reason for there being an inhibition or there being some sort of issue having to do with intimacy. But the Hermit energy is also problem-solving energy. That's Virgo as well. So looking at all of those things. All right, so coming back to this first guy here, we have Imagined Solutions. And that's being clarified with a beautiful higher power energy. Again, feeling like there's something else at play here. There's something else at play. Now, we need to really figure out, Leo, victim consciousness and happiness, and how are those two things playing together? Have you been dealing with somebody who always feels like a victim? And maybe they are in their life. Who knows, right? I mean, I'm not, saying it could be that. Or maybe you feel like a victim where you feel like there was some sort of situation that was unavoidable or maybe avoidable, but just the turn in circumstances made it more challenging for you to maybe deal with the situation in the past. And even though you guys are single, I feel like you're dealing with the past. It's kind of, and I feel like that is the narrative that I'm feeling, that I was feeling in my meditation. And it just... You know what I mean? Just because that Venus is in the 12th, that has to do with hidden feelings. And that's coming up for me very, very strong. But figuring out, how do you actually be happy now moving forward? Some of you may be feeling very kind of stuck. And what I mean by that is like very Eight of Swords energy, very trapped in the past, knowing that the right thing to do is be single right now, and the right thing to do is move forward in some way, at least begin to open yourself up. But you may feel like that. And some of you may be even in the space with the victim consciousness where it's like, damn it, I put myself out there. I'm trying to meet people. Everybody's an idiot. That kind of thing too. It could be that sort of thing where, the victim consciousness, I'm getting this a lot for a lot of people in a lot of my readings. A lot of it is because of the COVID situation. I mean, thank God things seem to be lifting, but it's really hard to just go out there and meet people. And when you're only meeting people online, it's tricky because you really we never know who you're getting, right? I mean, in the first place, but that can make everything even more challenging, right? When we're not out engaging in life. So such a good energy to recommend for a Leo, because Leos, you guys are so funny. You're so much fun. Laugh at your demons. Laugh at your demons and be super honest with yourself. And be you, man. Be courageous. I mean, I like this energy for sure. Because some of you are living in the past here, right? I mean, we do have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So this is about unrealistic expectations, living in the past. So some of you may be in this space where you're laughing at yourself on the one hand. You're really needing to be brave and honest about, now I'm not saying where you got in your own way as though the reason that you're single is your fault, right? I'm not saying that at all. But it's about recognizing that things that haven't worked out in the past, recognizing like, hey, guess what? We all kind of put ourselves in those relationships, in those situations. But then it's a matter of recognizing, okay, if that narrative is over, if that relationship is over, I need to mourn the fairy tale. Whatever I thought was there may have been there, maybe not. I don't know. Some of you might have been dealing with a narcissist, or where there was a lot of like crazy making energy that wasn't there initially, and it ended up growing into that. But you were already attached to that beautiful narrative of what you thought the relationship was before it became a hot mess and went south. You know what I'm saying? So you might be living in that. Some of you just might not be able to let go of something about that energy, okay? But what I'm getting here is, I'm not just like, you're a robot. Let it go, because it wasn't really what you thought. It was great for the moment, great for the time period, great for what it was, but that's not supposed to be your story now, moving forward. So I feel that very strongly for you guys. So let's pull a Celtic cross spread and see what other information we're going to be able to get about Spirit. I'd really like it if we could bring Leo some information on new energies, or where they're going to be at with that, okay? I realize they're all different Leos, but whoever's connecting with this energy, please, any information. Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups. Ooh, yes. Hello, my friends. That's what I'm talking about. We want an Ace of Wands as that final energy. Yeah. Okay. The reading's over. You're going to meet somebody else. No. So, yeah, look, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups coming into this energy as a single person. There is, remember, in Seven of Cups in astrology is Venus and Scorpio. So what is Scorpio? Scorpio it's a Pluto energy. It's about endings and beginnings, transformation. But it has a lot to do with cyclical energy. So a lot of you might be still very confused about somebody from the past. But recognizing that there was some sort of commitment issue at play. Maybe you had the commitment issue. Maybe they did. Maybe a little bit of both of you did. Who knows what was going on? But when you think about that person, you're truly not sure what's real, what's not. You really can't tell. Was the relationship real or wasn't it? Do I have these real feelings, or am I just kind of going back to this person as a default because I have familiarity with them and I'm scared to meet somebody new, or I'm not meeting somebody new? You know what I mean? It could be anything like that. But I feel like coming into this energy, you do feel like you're at the beginning stages of something. You definitely want to move forward, right? You definitely want to move forward. But I feel like a lot of you are questioning your ability to be able to actually build something with somebody. So the Two of Wands is excellent. This is a new romantic partnership, maybe through work or friends. This is you moving forward. But there is, and totally positive, right? It's a Mars and Aries energy. But there's two aspects to the situation that you're needing to figure out. And I think a lot of you are like, I don't know, can I actually... Some of you may actually already... You may have already met somebody because this situation right now. So you might have met somebody through work, through friends, through some sort of situation like that. But anyway, when we're talking about the Three of Pentacles, this is Mars and Capricorn energy. So it's about the ability to be able to collaborate with somebody, and that's crossing this. So you might be chatting with somebody right now, whatever, and you're like, I just don't know. I don't know. I just really don't know. It's very young, right? We have the 2 and the 3. These are very small. These are very young. This is a young energy. I'm just not sure where it's going to go. So I really just want to be happy. Just want my 9 of Cups, right? I mean, this is about being able to manifest, but this is really beautiful energy for new romance. And what I like about this, because this is Jupiter and Pisces energy, there's a good friendship here. I really like it. And also, this is about like old tensions, old nonsense, old bullshit kind of just dissolving into the waters of the past, you know, with the 9 of Cups. I really like it. Beautiful with the Queen of Cups energy. Loving it, loving it. Being open to real love. This is beautiful. Falling in love, deepening of a love. And there being emotional honesty about what's needed to make something work. That's that Gemini and Cancer energy. Gemini is about communication. Cancer is about feeling grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. Understanding what's necessary. We have the High Priestess, which is you right now. And I feel like, yeah, there's stuff going on between your ears, behind your eyes that you're not talking to anybody about. That's what I was saying before. I feel like there are these two narratives rolling out in your life right now. The one that's in your emotions and the subconscious that you're really not talking to anybody about. Because remember, the 12th house is the house of the hidden, and that's where Venus is hanging for you right now. And then you have what's going on in the outside, right? And there is stuff going on there. For sure. I mean, a lot, again, we have this Saturnian energy is going on in there. So I feel like for a lot of you, remember, the High Priestess is a moon energy, right? So the moon is another kind of another underneath emotions, what's really going on. But that's just what I feel like here. I'm getting a lot of intuition. Now, I do want to say, like, because the High Priestess is a secretive energy, if you're in a situation right now where you're single, but you're entertaining the idea of maybe getting involved in some sort of a love affair, I'm just going to say that maybe shouldn't be going on according to other people, really triple think that. Because this is not a good energy to be doing it in. I'm telling you right now, only because you have Saturn in the 7th. Saturn carries a lot of karma, and you don't want that baby being carried around on your soul moving forward. So just be super careful if that is your story. Now, Chariot energy, beautiful, love it. I love this energy as far as moving forward right now. This is the energy that's surrounding you. And it's all about, it's quick. It's quick movement, right? Something is expedited here. Something is going to happen very quickly, which is nice. But it's pulling you away from a time where you weren't very happy. And I feel like that, right? Because with that Uranus in the 10th right now, Uranus is going to be in your 10th for a hot minute, like a couple of years. And that 10th house, it's not only career, it's your public reputation, it's your standing in the world. It's, are you married, are you not? Are you parent, are you not? Are you divorced, are you not? That kind of thing, that has to do with your standing. So it's like, something's coming in. We got 9 of Cups, wish fulfilling, boom, boom, boom. Something's coming in quick. I really like this. But what we have to pay attention to here is what's going to be happening underneath things, right? Because this is in your psychology. We have the 7 of Wands. This is a Mars and Leo energy. Something might be challenging you right now about the relationship. Your morality, your personal philosophy, super important to you right now. And you're really trying to figure out if this energy that you're meeting here is in alignment with what it is that you want. But I feel like it might not be initially, but you guys are going to work it out, because the Lover's energy is just that. This is the Archangel Raphael coming and helping you out, saying, guys, look, in order to make a relationship work, a normal, healthy what's normal, right? But a healthy relationship, there's got to be recognition that it's not perfect straight out of the gate. Otherwise, you're setting up false narratives that are never going to be able to be met. So it's recognizing where the differences are and all of that. Having the beautiful conversations. And then the Ace of Wands. Nice. New chapter of passion. This is very, very auspicious for new beginnings. Beautiful. This is an energy of virility too. Ace of Wands is one of the pregnancy energies for sure. But it's also passion. Ace of Wands is will, passion, motivation. So good for our single friends. I am not even going to pull any more cards. It looks like, but I want to just, again, reiterate what I'm getting is this subtext. It's great that you're going to be meeting somebody, particularly, I just kind of feel like this, right? You're going to be meeting somebody. It's a good time of year for Leos anyway. Not so much June. June's kind of a washout, but as we go into Cancer and then into your solar return season, a really nice energy for you. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be meeting people, but you really need to address whatever it is that you're still bringing with you from the past, right? I just want to say that. All right. So let's go in now to our partnered friends. So let's just pull a couple of oracles here for our partnered friends. And then we'll pull the Celtic cross. Just pull a couple, see what's going on. Count your blessings. Very nice. Reflect on your truth. Always a good idea. Be patient. Yeah, lots of patience is required right now, especially this month is like, what is going on? Jeez, right? Energetically. Okay. Yeah, if you've been feeling really foggy with stuff, just, join everyone else on the planet. It's that Neptune energy. All right, Unfinished Symphony. Okay. Some of you guys are having some problems in your relationships. This is what I'm vibing here. Because we have Count Your Blessings, Unfinished Symphony. Let me just pull a tarot on that before we... 10 of Wands. 3 of Coins. What the heck? Okay, be patient, observer. Knight of Coins. I don't know, Leo. I have a very sort of like underwhelmed kind of energy. A sort of, I'm so like, a lot of you may be in this space where you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Is this relationship even worth it? And it's like, it's not that you don't see the value in it. And I don't even think that for whoever's resonating with this, I'm not getting like that you're dealing with a malicious person. I just feel like you're so tired of like the bullshit that's been going on. You are counting your blessings. It's like you're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, which is great. That's great. Unfinished Symphony. There's something that needs to be addressed because you've been feeling very stressed out about something. The 10 of Wands really quite simply is a very overwhelmed energy. And it's feeling like, all right already, I can't do this anymore. Something's got to change. Something's got to give. And you end up feeling like, this is like such an old school word, but sometimes it's the perfect word, burdened. You feel very burdened by something about the relationship, and it's a weight. But at the same time, it's like you do still see the value in the relationship. So reflecting on your truth that you are blessed is very important for you to do right now. And look at where you guys can build. The 3 of Coins is very collaborative energy, right? But I do want to emphasize also that in astrology, this is Mars in Capricorn. Mars is the warrior planet, and it's in the sign of work. You have to be a warrior and really work through something right now. So I feel like some of you are in this space where it's like, I don't know, do I want to keep going in this? I am really not sure. I know they're a good person. I know we've been together for X amount of time, whatever it is, but I know, all right, be patient, shut up. No, stop telling me to be patient, but you're feeling like you need to be, because you know that you might be sorry if you end something at this point. This is a weird kind of thing. Excellent card to get for right now. Observe. Don't do anything. Just be. Just for now. Let things roll out a little bit. Let things roll out. But the thing is, you feel like something's missing. And that's the, you don't want to waste your time, Leo. You don't want to waste your time. Fire signs hate wasting their time. And you don't want to waste your time. You just don't. And you're recognizing that the person that you're with is probably loyal, dependable to a particular degree anyway, right? At least you know what you're getting with them, but there's something missing. Whether it's that you don't like how they communicate, there might be something missing in the realm of intimacy. Maybe they're a little underwhelming for you as far as like connecting with you, having a lot in common with you socially, where you guys like to, maybe you're a little bored with them. Like they're not boring, right, for them and the people who they hang out with maybe, but for maybe you, they might be, right? So that lack of excitement might be you might be questioning that lack of excitement, wondering, is it always going to kind of be like this? I don't know. But I get very like, I'm not even going to say wishy-washy, it's more like a seesaw. So it's kind of like, I see the value, I know what could be, but this is what I have, and they're not a bad person, but I'm just not sure. And that's what I'm feeling for this particular read here. So let's see what your Celtic cross spread says. Seven of Pentacles, patience, the World. Yeah. The World is a Saturn energy, and Saturn is in your 7th, which is serious partnerships. 5th house is your house, right? You guys, those of you who know anything about astrology. Again, not making it about astrology. I'm just saying, like, this is a little fun fact if you don't know this, that Leo is the landlord of the 5th house. We call it the 5th house of fun, which is the house of creativity, children, falling in love, love affairs, and romance, right? But it's more like that falling in love part. The 7th house, which is where Saturn is for you, is in your house of marriage, contractual partnerships, soul contracts. These are the people that we're with in a very serious way, right, for a long time. So you have Saturn in there, okay? So it's really working through something. So coming into this energy, I feel like you guys had started some sort of new cycle in your relationship. Page of Cups is that, right? It's the personification of water. This is feeling just very, all right, you know what? Let's do something differently. Pages is a new cycle. Cups are emotions. So sharing emotions, saying we want to like turn the page on this. We want to do things differently, better. And really having the conversation about how to make the relationship better, more fulfilling for both of you. I feel like there's a lot of openness here and the recognition that something needs to be patient about. But this is the thing with the 7 of Pentacles. It's feeling like, oh, can't we be there already? Jesus, come on now. When is this going to pay off? When is this, but it's this feeling like, I don't want to give up on it. I feel like I'm almost there, or we're almost there together, or there's something like right there, if only, right? And sometimes if onlys can happen, and sometimes, it just depends on your situation. Are you living with the hope that something's going to change? Or are you living in the knowing that maybe some circumstances that are going on right now in your life temporarily are getting in the way of you guys being able to have the relationship that you normally have, or the relationship that you, where it was heading towards? There's a big difference there, right? But this patience is being crossed by the world. And the world is about a lesson learned. This is the Saturn energy, right? This is about being able to just have that beautiful happiness and fulfilling and loving relationship. And some of you are in the space where it's like, I could see it, I could taste it, it's right there. But I know I could feel, though, Leo, I could feel it. I could feel it. A lot of you are like, wait a minute, am I just telling myself this? Or is that real? Am I saying that I can have this happiness and fulfillment in this relationship and I just need to hang in there and be patient? Or am I kind of making that up in my own mind, right? And do you know what I mean? So some of you may be sort of in that space. I don't know if that makes sense, but I do feel like that for a lot of you. So we have this Knight of Pentacles is coming up again. This Knight of Pentacles is this energy of questioning whether that, so it came up in this before. Is somebody, do they communicate enough? Do we have enough in common, right? There might be this thing missing. You could feel it. You could feel it missing. And you may be coming to terms with the fact that this person may always be like that. And you're in this space where you're asking yourself, I don't know, is this the right thing for me? At the end of the day, is this somebody that I really want to share with? So a lot of you, look, you have Neptune in the 8th house for you right now. And Neptune is all about confusion. Okay, let's just say that. And 8th house has to do with how we show up as a we, how we blend together in partnership, our money, our communication, our intimacy, how we blend. So a lot of you might be in that space of saying, I don't know, like, are we as compatible as I thought or as I really want? A lot of you may be in that space. But yet at the end of the day, you have each other's back and you do know that. There's this idea of family and generosity and support here with the 6 of Pentacles. So again, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but weighing things out. Look at this. We have the 4 of Cups. Yeah. There's this energy of restlessness, almost of boredom. Boredom sounds so negative, but it's like identifying something feels missing. And it's feeling this sense of disillusionment, like, I don't know, is it ever going to be any different than it is right now? I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. But there needs to be something healed here from your past, Leo. Like, I just feel like it's a little deeper than the surface. If you're identifying this, then what's keeping you in the relationship? Is it the kind of thing where it's like, oh, but they're a really good person, and why am I feeling like this? And maybe I'm trying to chase something that's not actually even what I'm meant for or good for me. It could manifest many, many different ways. But the 4 of Cups does indicate, though, you have to look at yourself closely to see that thing that you feel like is missing. Is it a straight up compatibility thing? Or are you looking for your partner to fulfill something in you that you, for some reason, aren't able to bring to yourself right now, right? That is that energy. That's me just reading that energy. There's confusion, though. A lot of you are confused. Now, some of you may be, going back to this idea that all Leos, I feel like we could all say, not to cut myself off, we can all say that part of the human condition is to always have 2 narratives running, right? We always have our inner thoughts, and then we always have our outer experience and how we're processing our outer experience, right? And then that internal. Well, we could say that pretty much all the time. When we're talking about the relationship, we want to look at what's happening with Venus, right? And Venus is in your subconscious right now. And do you know what I mean? So it's that energy where, yeah, okay, what's going on there in that energy? So for you guys, Venus is hanging in your 12th. These hidden feelings. So some of you might be carrying feelings for somebody from your past, even if you're in this relationship. Some of you might be carrying feelings for somebody that you met more recently, whether you're engaged with them in actuality or not. But there is this energy where it's like, for some of you, it's that. For others of you, it's the other path, or the other pentacle is just not being in this relationship. Not that you're looking necessarily to be with anybody else, but where you're like, I'm not sure. You're in this space internally of negotiating with yourself, needing to make a decision, figuring out, do I want to stay in this or not, right? Because you feel the sense of lack. You're feeling it. And you need to figure out what needs to be put down here. If I can't feel this, I can't have this lack fulfilled. Is it something in me, or is it in the relationship? Is it because I want to be with this other energy? Is it because I just want to be alone? Again, it's going to be different for each of you. But we have in your subconscious, some of you just, honestly, some of you just want to break the hell out and be free. There's a Queen of Pentacles. It's like, step into your power. You know, you just want to be, this is a Pisces and Aries energy. It's dreaming about new paths, new ventures, something new, something different. But you may not be able to bring that to yourself at the end of the day. So I do feel like some of you are going to be just sort of hanging right now during this time period with this in that inner world of yours. And the high priestess is a moon energy, right? So it's wisdom, but it's about secrets. It's about intuition. It's almost like, because in numerology, the high priestess is the justice and judgment energy. It's very interesting to me. This justice is that 7th house of partnerships, about fairness, making sure your emotional needs are being met. And Pluto is about saying to yourself, okay, you know what? I did the best I could in that situation. The way that it's been going up to that point or whatever, I need to end it, forgive myself, forgive everybody, because it's time to transform. So some of you may be in this space of questioning whether if what you're in is actually, at the end of the day, fair for you. And what I mean by fair means, are you making sure your emotional needs are being met? And if the answer is no, what are you doing to fix that? And is it possible to fix that within the relationship? Now we have as a final energy here, the 3 of Cups, which is very celebratory energy, very supportive. This is a really good energy for healing. 3 is the number of creation, healing. Just see what's going on here. Yeah. I mean, Leo, honestly, I feel like for the time period that I'm covering here, which is going to be rolling out, I feel like through the fall, I want to be honest with you, right? I feel like you're going to be sort of toying with this element of confusion over the next bunch of months. So if you're feeling like that, don't worry, because something is going to be shifting for you. But we have the 6 of Swords, which is about moving on. And for a lot of you, it's mentally rather than physically. You might just be, this is an element of detachment away from anything that's sort of toxic, allowing yourself to do some internal work. So some of you can be literally leaving somebody. Some of you might be just simply getting your ducks in a row, where you've mentally sort of checked out of the situation already. But some of you might be just, playing along with everything because you feel like in your own soul, you might be going through something. And you know that you don't want to take it out specifically on the relationship, but you're trying to figure your stuff out. Because you really are, 2 of Swords. You're in an emotional stalemate. And you need to make a decision. You want to protect yourself. You want to be happy. You do want that. But the situation that you're in isn't going away. So it's better to resolve it. Stand your ground, say what you think. If you feel like you're in a space where you're not vocalizing what it is that you feel, at the end of the day, it's probably not going to work out in your favor. And it's always a tricky thing, right? It really is. But I do see the cards are telling me that you are going to have that conversation because you're recognizing this unbelievably loud clash between what it is that you want and the reality that you're living, and the tension of that conflict is something that's A, not going away, but it's also B, something that you can't control, because you're recognizing that the person that you're with, they're not going to move off their mark. They're not going to become more communicative. They're not going to be more romantic. They're not going to be more fun in the long term. And you recognizing this. So with your anger, with your disappointment, with whatever feelings that this might generate in you, you're better off dealing with it like kind of with grace. It's a minor arcana, just sort of stepping back from the situation because you can't fix them. and doing some solid thinking. Now we have the Page of Swords, and this does indicate a new cycle, and Swords of Truth. So you're going to be entering this new space of truth where you're really going to be getting in touch with yourself, with the Strength energy, which is you. This is you. Now, if this relationship has been tested, and it feels like it has been, it does tell me here that things are going to get better. But there's a need for balance. There's a need for balance. Somebody needs their ego stroked, it does seem. But even as you guys are working through that balance and working through all of that and calling out the elephants in the room and addressing these inner feelings, there's still going to be confusion. Because you're still going to feel like you need to have some sort of choice. There's some sort of commitment issue that's going on here, even if you've been with the person for many years, committing to seeing something through, because you can't not listen to where you feel unhappy or underwhelmed in this relationship. So for many of you, there is going to be this stepping back and this taking a time out for perspective. Some of you are going to be deciding to go start working with a therapist. Some of you are going to become very dedicated to really doing shadow work on yourself, as you want to figure out a better strategy for moving forward regarding this situation. So some of you may be getting into marriage counseling and individual counseling, doing shadow work together. Anything like that, it does seem like. But this confusion regarding the situation, it does seem like it's going to sort of be hanging out with you over the next several months, Leo. Those of you who are partnered. Okay. So that's what I have for those of you who are partnered. I hope that was helpful in some way, maybe at least validating. All right, my friends, let's get into our inseparation. All right. You know what? I can't. That's nothing against that card. It was fine. But I feel like I wasn't done shuffling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. Oh my goodness. Haunted, haunt. You're haunting somebody. There's so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. Oh, Leo. All right, let's see what's happening. Let's pull these other oracles here, okay? Let's see what's going on. Okay, what? Okay, I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. I need more time to figure things out, but I don't want to lose you. And then we have breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment. So I've definitely, I mean, you guys are in separation, like you're in separate. No, I'm not feeling like you guys are talking here. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. I love you, but I'm afraid to lose my freedom. I don't know how to balance this. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. There's an old saying, guys. It's if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you're going to treat everything like a nail, right? So it's like the same thing over and over and over again. Not looking for different strategies, different approaches, right? And it does seem like for this particular energy that I'm getting here, a different approach is necessary. Because if you keep doing, obviously, look, if you keep doing what you did, you're going to keep getting what I got. Listen to me with all of these old sayings, right? But it's true, right? I mean, that ends up sabotaging me. There's so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. I'm now feeling the fallout of my actions. Okay. And then we have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. So I feel like some of you kind of know this stuff that's going on here, but you might still be I say holding out for hope, but you might be like, look, we needed to be apart for whenever we were apart, just because we needed that during that period. Okay, so let's see. The Celtic cross spread says. Okay, death in reverse. 7 of Wands, the Tower. Knight of Swords. Hangman. Queen of Swords. Okay. Oh my gosh, they're so confused, but they love you, but it's like crazy. What the heck was going on here? It was a lot of volatility, I feel like. First of all, coming into this, we get the Hangman. This is Neptune energy. This is like, I don't know what's going on. So a lot of you might be in this position right now where you're wondering how they feel about you. They may be wondering exactly how you feel as well, but it's the kind of thing where either one of you or both of you are hanging out feeling like, is this even worth waiting around for? Or am I going to end up having to sacrifice what it is that I want in relationship? Am I going to end up having to martyr what I want in order to feel or be in this particular relationship? It's really not knowing. And that's the whole thing with the Hangman. It's like pressing the pause button to try to figure that out, right? Because that is the energy of the Hangman. You're just not sure, right? You're in this space of waiting coming into this situation right now. We have the death reverse being challenged by the 7 of Wands. So the death reverse energy is feeling right now very unwilling to let a situation go, to let a person go. And that can end up creating a lot of anxiety in you right now, even for many of you, even almost like obsessive thoughts. And as painful as it is, there needs to be an understanding that something has reached its expiration date in your life, at least in the way that it was. And there's nothing that you can do really at this point but to accept the situation, look for the lessons in all of it, allow the release, and be super, super kind to yourself, Leo. Super kind to yourself. And allow the release to happen in layers. I would say it's okay to feel broken for a while. It's okay. So that energy, that's being crossed, though, and challenged by the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is an interesting energy because I feel like that's how you're feeling, but you're still feeling this need to fight for the relationship. Things you may be like, okay, it's challenging now. Things are not good now. Nope, nope, nope. But some of you, even energetically, maybe inside yourself, standing up for the relationship in a particular way. Which is fine if you feel like they would do the same thing for you. If not, you have to say, all right, wait a minute. What's going on here? So you just want to ask, like, are you holding on to something that maybe you just really need to let go of right now? We do have the Tower, which is about necessary surrender, right? Some sort of realization comes to light, secret comes to light, something has come to light. And there needs to be this release because whatever was going on up to this point just was not meant. It wasn't. It was never going to work out on the path that you guys were on. Never. This is a Mars energy. Mars is all about where are we supposed to be going. Mars is the warrior planet, but what is he fighting for? He's fighting to make sure that we're living the life that we're supposed to be living. And he gives us that energy to do that. And he'll give us the red flags. He'll put blocks. He'll create situations that are super challenging for us to say, all right, already, I get the lesson. But if we're not getting it, he will come in and take things down for us and then put us on the chariot so that we can go towards where we're supposed to be going. Knight of Swords. Difficult energy. No question. Roller coaster energy. You may have been dealing with somebody who is the kind of energy where they're very direct and forthright in relationship. This is what I believe. This is what I want. This is what I think. I don't care what you say. And like almost kind of like very, almost a volatile energy, right? Creates a lot of drama. Doesn't take a lot of responsibility for the reconciliation or anything like that, you know. But this is also an energy of expect the unexpected. Feel like something is going to be happening here. So it's like something's over. I mean, whatever. You guys are in separation right now, obviously, but you're not giving up energetically on it. You're in the space of the Two of Cups energy, which is, by the way, a very healthy energy. It really is. This is a positive mindset. This is things, really wanting things to be better after a difficult time. You want to be able to nurture and cultivate the relationship, but in a very mutually supportive way. You feel like this is very, very possible. Look at this. This is the energy that's surrounding you. It's the beautiful Ten of Cups. I mean, this is contentment. This is a great energy. If you've been working hard on something, or trying to either get through something, make something come to fruition, it's really allowing it to come together. But it's beautiful energy for romance, but you're feeling confused. Again, choices and confusion, not sure what's real, what's not. And you feel like you're in the beginning stages of something. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting two things. This Knight of Swords energy. Some of you, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, oh my gosh, I am so much better now. Because some of you are going to be meeting somebody new, where you've been holding on to something and suddenly somebody else comes in unexpectedly and you're sort of like able to get past this other energy, even though you've been very sort of dug in regarding this person that you're in separation with, somebody else coming in, and you being kind of confused about it, though, not gonna lie, right? But others of you are still holding on to somebody from the past because you truly, truly believe that you guys are meant to be together, and you may be right. The idea here, this commitment issue here, might be on their end, and you feeling like they're just kind of going through something. You may feel like that. We have the Queen of Swords, though. You're going to be absolutely trying to figure it out, as this is this being motivated to find out the truth and the psychological motivation of somebody or a situation, right? This could indicate somebody who's very, very strong. This is my single parent energy as well, single person as well. Very strong in adversity. But then we have this beautiful Eight of Coins, which is very auspicious energy, having to do with happiness, having to do with contentment. So I do feel like many of you, all right, so some of you are going to be really not wanting to release somebody, but you're going to have this epiphany where you're realizing the reality of somebody. And you're just going to be like, all right, I'm done. I have to be done with this because this person is not good for me. They're not capable of being anything other than who they are. It's not what I thought it was. I have to mourn the fairy tale. You might be in the space of realizing that you projected what you thought the relationship could be onto the relationship, when in reality they were probably never capable in the first place. That kind of thing, right? Others of you, and that it's just, you're going to be in that space of missing them, but saying, you know what, I need to just kind of move it forward, and that's it. Others of you, I definitely see you reconnecting here, because the Ace of Pentacles can also be this energy of foundation and stability, and there being this sort of, quick shift of things in a different direction. But I want to tell you what I'm getting here as well. It almost doesn't matter. I'm getting these three streams here. Some of you are going to be going off on your own, and I'm not saying this to be very general. I'm not. I'm literally getting that, depending on your situation. Some of you are going to be reconnecting. Some of you are going to be meeting somebody brand new with this Two of Cups, and others of you are going to be in the space of just, it's recognition, meeting somebody new, or just realizing, you know what, I really kind of want to just focus on getting into something healthy, and realizing what's been going on, and you're not opening yourself up to anybody just yet. So I do get those three things, but in all three of those energies, this person, you can't see them in the same way anymore. Something has happened here that you're not willing to unsee. Whether it was a pain that they projected onto you, or an experience that happened, or whatever it is. Whether you're staying separated from them, or you're getting back with them. Those of you who are going to be getting back with them, it's still going to be You're going to need some time to get past whatever happened. Those of you who are getting into a new relationship, this person is going to be on your energy for a while, so just be prepared for that. And those of you who are choosing to just go it alone and focus on your happiness, understand, love yourself, lots of self-care. We're not robots, we're more like onions with legs, right? Where things have to peel off of us in layers. That's what I have for you, my friends. Very, very interesting reading for me, because I do feel like I tapped into all three streams of those energies. Anyway, I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.